WingsTV Behind the Scenes content is sponsored by Weird Media.
Right, we're after training ahead of Grimsby with two of the management trio. We've got Maka and Barnsley. Faz is doing an interview on the training at the moment. Paul, we'll come to you first. After our good performance, which is unrewarded at Cravel, how has the week gone and how are we sort of looking into camp going into the Grimsby game?
Yeah, just as you would imagine after that great performance last week at Dover, even though it didn't count for anything, boys on a real high, very positive around the place, full of energy, which we are most of the time, to be honest. But the boys look like they've got a real intent about them this week, going into this week's game, which is good.
Maka, we had a very good start up at Grimsby, but perhaps our performance powered away a little bit. Grimsby are a good team, but there's probably a little bit of upheaval going on there, and maybe their managers going, coming or whatever, so probably not a bad time to be playing them.
I think whenever you play Grimsby, you're going to come up against a really, top team in my eyes. They're one of the teams. They're probably one of the top three teams in the league. Whenever we've seen them play and whenever we've played against them, they're always, very, very well organised. Very hard to break down. I think they've only conceded one goal in the last 485 minutes, which is very, very, very good for them. So yeah, we're coming up against a really good side as always. Whatever's going on up there, I don't know. I'm sure won't affect them too much, and it's going to be a real test for us tomorrow. But our boys do love the big occasions. They love playing against the big teams. So I'm sure we'll put in a great performance.
Maka, it is the transfer window. I understand we have been going out, scout, watch teams, talk to clubs, talk to players. Are we close to bringing in players, or have we been frustrated by a few deals falling through at the last minute?
A little bit of both. We've been a little bit frustrated on one or two occasions. Problem is that when you're looking at players, a lot of the work goes into the January window. Before that, so throughout November and December, you're going out and watching games quite often, and you're kind of earmarking players that you like the look of. But problem is that you got 7 or 8 other people that are sitting in the crowd watching that like the same player. So players obviously have options, and it's sometimes a case that things have to click into place at the clubs that they're at in order for them to come out. Maybe the club needs to sign a replacement for them, and then once they've done their business, then we're the next stage in the chain, and then we can get our business done. So we've been frustrated on one or two occasions at the beginning of this week, but there's still plenty in the pipeline, and it's only the beginning of the month. So we'll make some movement on one or two areas. I'm sure there's a few options that we're just letting simmer at the moment, but we're confident that we're going to get a couple of boys in to add a bit of quality to the squad. And
Barnsley, it was good to see Cabba back at Cravel, and he did stretch. I mean, was lively. It's almost like signing a new player for myself. But would I be right in thinking that we are, as a club, trying to bring in another attacking player or two in this window?
Yeah, no, definitely. Like you say, obviously, there's no hiding from it. We have been shooting the goals for Column. So again, just looking to bring in players that we know we're creating. We say it every week. We're creating opportunities. So we want to bring in players that will add to our goals for column. So people that can take them opportunities that are arising and we're maybe just failing with at the moment. So yeah, attacking players are definitely ones at the forefront.
Maka, you've said before that you think it's important that everybody's together at the club. If you're all fighting for the same thing, then stick together. At Park Road on Saturday, Grimsby will have a loud following on the cricket club side, and it's important for our fans to try and match them a little bit and get a bit of an atmosphere going and get behind the players. Yeah,
I think we've got to more than match them. I think we're capable of it, definitely. It's a tough job as a supporter, but it's a job that the boys appreciate so much. It really does lift the players, especially through, because we're not going to have it all our own way on Saturday. We're playing against a really good top side that are in good form, and there's going to be stages in the game where we're going to have our backs against the wall, and we have to come out of those times, the other side, unscathed. And sometimes it's the fans that are pulling you through it. I don't know if the fans really see the effect both ways they can have on players, both sometimes negatively and positively. When the fans are behind them, it adds so much to the players, and they appreciate it. They really do appreciate it, so they need it.
Right, a couple of questions. We'll firstly come back to Barnsley. We've talked about players coming in. Is there a possibility of some of our players that have been on the bench or not on the bench recently going out on loan or going to other clubs? And is there any possible interest in any of our other players from any other clubs?
Yeah, again, not wanting to disclose any information, you know, because I think that should be kept confidential, private between players and ourselves, and obviously the powers that be. But there are some possibilities of lads going out yet to get games. I think not just from our point of view of managing the squad, but for the players themselves, you know, because we talk about all the time, you know, our promise to the lads is, you know, we still want to be fair to them. And so some of them guys, they've got to be out, they've got to be playing regularly. And if it's not for us, it's got to be for somebody. So they definitely need those minutes to help them with their own development. So yeah, no, I think it's only fair that they go out.
And finally, Macca, injuries in the camp. Is there anything that we should be concerned with? Is everyone fit?
We've got Kev Loco, who's going to be missing for a few weeks. He's probably going to be about 5.5, 6 weeks between back to playing. So that's not as bad as we thought it would be. I was a little bit worried that could be a end of the season job, but it looks like he's going to be about 6 weeks away from actually being match fit. So we'll be back into training probably in about 4 weeks, we would have thought. Zach Fagan is also unavailable at the moment, and he will be back into training at the end of next week. And I think that is about it.
Brilliant. Well, thanks for talking to us, and good luck tomorrow against Grimsby, guys.
Thank you.